Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. I'm going to be breaking down my silver stacking strategy for the year 2021 or next year. Now, before we jump into that, I want to make sure you guys smash that like button. You guys have been insane with the amount of support on this channel, so make sure you're subscribed as well because I post daily videos. I will be giving you the newest, latest, freshest, most up-to-date information in the world of precious metals. So with that said, let's jump into it. So silver stacking strategies are something you can't take lightly. You have to really think about this. A lot of times people aren't prepared. They overlook the details, and you really got to read between the lines because what's happening in the economy, supply and demand factors, environmental factors, whether it's the pandemic shutting down transportation or mines coming to a halt, whether it's supply disruptions, everything should be incorporated to your decision on how you stack. Now, next year, it still seems like things are going to be similar to this year. So what I've been doing this year is getting back to my basics, getting back to the roots. And before I dig deeper into my strategy, I want to mention, don't do exactly what I do. Don't do exactly what I do, because you may have less or more silver than I do, right? You might have a different financial situation. You might have more income than me, less income. You might have different time frames of selling. So it really does come down to you. That's why I try to teach in my videos, so you can then take what I've taught you and apply it to your own self and tweak the differences. The whole point of my video is for you to come out at the end of the video with a better understanding, with a better awareness, and apply the strategy to your own personal stack. I can't give personal silver stacking advice because I don't know your situation. I don't know how much silver you have. I don't know your income. It really does depend. And that's that's a beautiful thing about precious metals. It's a very individual, diverse investment. Now, the word diverse comes to mind, and that kind of brings me back to my strategy. Because when I first started stacking, I focused mainly on poured silver. Nowadays, I don't touch poured silver anymore. I mean, if there's like a cool, if there's something cool, like for whether it's from like a channel or something, or I'll pick it up. But when I'm talking about my serious silver stack, I'm trying to get back to my roots. And I talked about this in the beginning of the year. I'm trying to get back to the basics because I got distracted, right? I got distracted. There's so much silver out there. There's so many options with semi-numismatic coins, numismatic coins. There's poured silver, there's constitutional silver, there's bullion, there's slabbed coins. And I started to go down this path of paying extremely high premiums because I really liked the coins. Now, when I first started stacking, my goals were to stack as much silver for as cheap as possible. Stack as much silver as I can for as cheap as possible. Now, when you're paying $10, $15, $20 premiums on some pandas or kookaburras, you're losing sight of the picture. Well, I was. Because at the end of the day, that still has 1 ounce of silver in it. Now, not to say that pandas and kookaburras don't have their benefits, because they do, but like I said, diversification is key. The main majority of my stack, I want to have bullion. That's my foundation. You know, just like a house, if the foundation isn't strong, the structure will fall. My foundation needs to be a lot of bullion. And I did a video about a year ago, actually, where I showed the percentages. It's like, for me, I want like 60 to 70% of my stack I want is standard bullion. I mean, American Eagles, rounds, whatever the case is, just silver that has no type of premium or numismatic value to it at all, or no collector value. Just bullion. And then I want, so we'll go with like 60%. And then I want 20%, which will be 80% total. I want 20% to be coins like pandas and kookaburras. And actually, probably 50% bullion, and then we'll do 30% pandas and kookaburras. And then the last 20%, I love I love junk silver, but I just don't see it being too convenient when you go to sell because there's so much of it. And a lot of times these coins do grow almost a numismatic value like Morgan silver dollars do. That would be something in the same category as well. So probably around 10%, junk silver. Junk silver is very beneficial, by the way. I made a video a couple months ago talking about some of the benefits. If you haven't looked into it, I highly recommend it. And then the last 10% would just be random stuff, right? Poured bars, whatever the case is, right? So that it would be poured bars and slab coins, by the way, because slab coins are not something I really focus on either. So looking at that ratio, if I'm trying to keep that in mind, if I'm trying to stay to my roots or stick to my roots, I gotta buy more bullion. It's as simple as that, right? If you guys have seen my unboxings lately, they're always the new pandas, the old pandas, the Rwanda series. I buy a lot of the Rwanda series. Just look at my unboxings. I have a playlist actually on this channel of unboxings, and almost all those unboxing videos are just very high premium coins. I mean, I just started collecting. The last unboxing I did on this channel about a month ago or so, I started buying the Lunar series, paying 30, 40, $50 for an ounce. I mean, yes, those coins will make me a lot of money in return, but I'm still losing sight. I'm not forgetting, I guess I'm just choosing to be a little risky, and I don't want my entire stack to be based off of speculative value. I want it to be based off of silver's value or spot price. So I'm just making this because I've been stacking silver for about 7 years now. So if I 7 years later still get distracted, then someone who's just started stacking or even just a year or two in, it could be I can see how easy it can be to fall down the wrong hole, especially if you don't know how to sell these coins. See, each coin has a different type of market, and you got to understand the markets of these coins to see how they work, or you have no idea on if you're going to make money or not, right? Just for example, I could go on eBay right now. And buy a 1921 Morgan silver dollar. Now, if I don't know anything about Morgans or know the history, and I saw this coin, like, oh, it's $30. That's cheap, and I bought it for $30, and it arrives. You think you got a great deal, but if you knew that 1921 was the last year they stopped making Morgans, there's a very oversaturated supply of 1921s. You probably lost money on that sale, especially since you're not a coin grader and you can't really grade coins on your own. After a while, once you get good, you can, when it comes to, constitutional silver or Morgans, you can kind of get the idea on what the grade is. But if you're a new stacker, you should stay away from that market because you're taking a huge risk. Some of the things to look for if you are trying to get into some more high premium stuff or semi-numismatic stuff, you want to look for low mintage numbers. What mint is making it, whether it's Perth mint, some of the more respectable mints. Does the design change every year? Because coins like American Eagle, the design change, and Maple Leafs, the design stays the same every single year, so there's no collector value. Coins like pandas and kookaburras and koalas, those are collectible because the design changes every single year, and people want to collect all the different designs. It's a piece of artwork, right? It's not repetitive. And pandas are sold around 8 million per year, or minted, not sold, minted around 8 million per year. So they only make 8 million. Kookaburras, there's around 300 to 500,000 per year that are minted total. So kookaburras actually have a much smaller supply or coins in circulation each year than any other coin. Where American Eagles are minted by the tens of millions, sometimes even higher, usually maybe 30 million some years. Actually, the last couple of years it's been really low actually. But the whole point is that those coins aren't very rare. They're not very scarce. coins that have value are scarce. They have an interest for collectors to stack them. And in return, you got to also find a collector willing to pay that price when you have those coins as well. You can't just go to your local coin shop and dump those coins on a table and expect to get anything for them. He's going to give you spot price. And you don't want to do that because that's losing a lot of money. Trust me, you will not even break even. So anyways, I kind of got sidetracked, but I really wanted to break that down and explain why I'm stacking the way I am, and also hopefully now that I've mentioned this information about high premium silver, you can see if that's right for you or not, right? Because at the end of the day, if you have a goal of selling your silver in 10 years, then that's going to require you stacking different silver than someone who's going to be selling in 20, 30 years, right? Coins like pandas and kookaburras, they appreciate at a much faster pace than American Eagles, because American Eagles are pegged to spot price. So in 20 years from now, if spot price is still $24, you will only get $24 for that coin 20 years later. Where in 20 years, if you have a panda or a kookaburra, that coin will quintuple in value, because they go up as the years go on, the more rare they get. So you gotta break it down to really, what direction you want to go, and hopefully I allowed you to do that. So, anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to post daily videos. Check out the other videos I posted today. You definitely don't want to miss them. This was Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.